Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Now I noticed the last video's quality was shut up. I noticed the last video's quality was pretty bad, and so was the frame rate. I found out I didn't have my settings right. I was at 720p 30 FPS. And that's not very ideal, but I saw the last video did alright, so I'm gonna do a part 2. And hopefully Jesus, it's loud. Hopefully it doesn't look like shit this time because holy fuck, it looked awful. It looked bad. It did not look good at all. So let's see.
This is
Alright, we've already seen that. So this time, we're going to be going
Stanley
for
decided
a
to go
different
to
ending.
the staff lounge to check
Obviously.
on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Was it?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, alright. So this one I'm gonna go for half listening, because the first time I went to the left, came through this
Stanley entered
lounge
the
that looks like a
He was
fucking
horrified
kitchen.
to find not a single person here. He decided he would walk up to see his boss, hoping that he would
Yeah,
find
no,
an answer
I'm not gonna be
there.
walking to the boss's office this time, Twin. I'm sorry. We're gonna be going downstairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I did not. I went downstairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, of admitting that he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, was it really worth taking that risk?
I mean, maybe.
All because he believed everyone had disappeared? His boss would think
Well,
he
they
was
did.
crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Oh,
Everyone
it's
I
this
know
one.
simply vanishing out of the blue, there's almost no other explanation for it. And a nagging fear began to creep up in his mind.
This
Questions
is cool.
that had been there all along. He just hadn't put his finger on them yet. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
That is true. I
Why
have that
did
as a
doors
mod.
close automatically behind him wherever he
Gmod. I
went?
should have that on
And for
Half-Life
that
2.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah, they are.
Was he just walking around in circles?
I very much am.
Where am I, he thought.
I don't know.
And the more he found himself unable to answer these questions,
Exactly.
more questions continued to arise, until he came to the issue that had been slowly balling until he could ignore it no longer.
The rooms are
Why
repeating.
is there a voice in my head, dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I don't know.
Suddenly, every door
with the
slammed
music?
shut. No! Stanley screamed. I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
I need to know that there's something out
What
there.
the fuck?
I need to know it's not just all in my head. And he screamed
Oh,
and
shit.
clutched at his scarf
Oh, shit.
as the voice
Oh,
grew
shit.
harsher
Oh,
and the
shit.
music in the background
cooked.
rose higher and higher.
I'm cooked.
And then,
I'm cooked.
moments before
Open the
collapsing
door.
to the ground,
Open it.
Stanley clenched his fists
Open the
and
door.
screamed to anyone who might be
Open it.
listening, I'm not real! I'm not
Oh,
real! Don't believe any of it! None of it's real!
Oh my god.
And then everything went
my God.
black.
What the hell just happened?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What? Oh, it's this.
Mariella
So the
woke up on
story
a
is
day
the
like
same.
any other. She got dressed, went to work, clocked in, clocked out, and then she walked home. But her walk on this day was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Dead.
Moments after seeing him, she would turn, run to the nearest police station, and call for an ambulance. But for just a few brief seconds, she merely stood there, unable to move. The tragedy was not the death of a single person. It was that she would never know this man's story,
Exactly.
never hear in his own words what had happened to him, or what he believed had happened to him. For to know these things would be to exist inside the head of the man himself.
Would it though? You could
All
just ask
she could
him.
do was observe from a
he's still
distance
alive.
and pity him. But Mariella had places to be and people to meet with, very important people, whose impressions of her would affect her career and indeed the rest of her life. She stood there for only a moment, looking down at the body, and then she ran.
Okay, what does that have to do with me? Am I the body? See, like, these are the things we need to know. Like, some of these endings are so abstract, you don't know what the fuck is happening. Or I'm just stupid, I don't know which one it is. It's probably a little bit of both. Come on. Didn't take this long to load last time. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna disobey
Stanley
this time.
decided to go to the staff lounge to check on his co-workers.
Yeah, I'm going.
He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the employee lounge.
Probably not.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I mean,
So he turned left at the first open door and walked back in the right direction.
I don't think I will.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Maybe this is why everyone had left. No one wanted to be around someone as bad at listening as him. And since he was walking into the middle of nowhere and thus ruining the entire story, Stanley decided that he would punish himself. So when he came to the elevator and the doors opened, he stepped inside and pushed the button to go up.
When I'm not listening to you at all this round, let's go. Going down. Let's go. Hello? Hello? I pushed... Oh. Okay.
Oh, Stanley.
Well, I didn't understand.
You really aren't going anywhere, and I don't say that deceitfully. I truthfully mean that there isn't a story down here.
How much you
The
want to bet?
story was back up where I told you to go in the first place.
You're
Right
lying.
now, you're just running around looking at empty halls.
You're lying.
And frankly, that's perhaps even more
I don't believe you.
infuriating for me. So why don't you throw me a bone, give me a chance, and just let me tell the story I want to tell,
But, like, my whole goal here is to get a different ending, so I have to, like, not listen to you, like, at all. It's just, like...
Now listen carefully. This is important.
The red door. I
Stanley
know.
walked through the red door.
Well, I'm colorblind. This is red for me.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yeah, this is red. This is red. Last time I checked. Last time I checked, that's red.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, I'm
All
going
right,
through the
fine,
red
go
door
ahead,
already.
Stanley.
Why?
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I mean,
You see?
sure.
It's nothing. No one's even built this section of the map because you were never supposed
Why
to
is
be
it
here
killing
in the
my
first
FPS?
place.
It
It's
had
just
big
a
spike.
bunch of skybox and dev wall textures. That's it. Is this what you were looking for? Was it worth ruining the story I'd written out for you?
I mean, yeah. This
I
is
put
cool.
a lot of time into that, and now well, here you are now, just looking at nothing. To think
it's
that that's
something to
all I
me.
needed to make in the first place, just a whole lot of nothing, and you would have been happy. Well, hey,
This is
you
like
still need a little something
the
to do.
beginning of the end,
Am I
if you-
right?
if you know what I mean.
Here,
Like the Big
let
Bang.
me load up another map. See if there's something in here that'll keep you occupied.
Okay.
Ah, here's one. Let's boot this up. We'll see if you like it.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Is this Half-Life 2?
Well, Stanley,
Welcome.
is this any better?
Welcome
I
to
don't know why it
City
would be.
17.
This map wasn't even made
You have
for you.
chosen, or
At least
been
I created a
chosen?
world specifically with you in mind. I wanted to make you a leading man. This one, well, I'm afraid you're on your own there.
I'm going to work. Here, move. Oh, crap. What, I can't take this through? Yeah, I totally can. So I just play through Half-Life 2 now, the whole entire game? Well, that's new.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Gordon
he probably
Freeman
only
is
got
not
his job
fat,
because of a family
not dumb,
connection. That's
not
how
ugly,
stupid he is. That,
and
or with
everything.
drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
That's true. I can't deny that one. A man knows when he's been had. We literally are just going through like the whole entire thing, just like minus all the people. Missing textures
Hold up,
like us.
Sport. I spent so long talking about you. Why don't we just take a break from that and talk about something else for a change?
Like what?
Let's see. Well, according to Wikipedia, more than 90% of the night sharks caught off northeastern Brazil contain mercury concentrations higher than that considered safe by the local government. Now, this is fascinating. Don't you want to know more about the night sharks?
No, I don't.
No, of course not. All you want to hear about is yourself, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well, fine.
exactly.
You haven't listened to me once so far.
Nope.
I can't expect you to turn that around now, can I?
Nope. Oh. I still have to do it. Oh no, there's a ramp now. Ow. Oh.
Is this the end of the line? I don't suppose this was a particularly fulfilling experience for you, considering not a single
was
art
great.
aspect in this map was created with you in mind. But hey,
No.
you're a creative kid. I
I
bet
am?
you can come up with a story about this place and why you're in it. And while you're doing that, why
I'm
don't
just
you
like-
think up an ending too? Because you certainly won't find one here.
I'm making Half-Life
I'm afraid
3.
that's the long and short of it.
Let's go.
This room and these walls are all you get. Maybe the story ends when you decide you can't live in this futuristic science fiction dystopia world, and you gallantly commit suicide.
What?
Or maybe you stand in this spot for all of eternity to guide and greet other travelers like yourself who pass this way. Or maybe you just get bored and you quit the game.
Probably
Heck,
the latter.
Anything's an ending if that's where you stop playing.
True.
But whatever ending you write for yourself, Stanley, you won't have my help. You turned your back on me, and now I do the same to you.
So you're gonna leave me here?
Good luck. I think you'll need it. And I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
Is this an ending?
Wait,
Oh,
hold on. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
What did I just find? I thought that was the end. I legit thought that was the end. I thought that was a rocket the whole
You
time.
know that. Stanley, come back.
I like how the voice became more muffled the further I got. That's cool. I wonder how they did that. I can't believe all of this is in the Source engine. I mean, like, visually it's there, but, like, how did they get all this shit, like, done? How do they string all this stuff together? Oh. Wait, I'm gonna take the elevator and go up. I didn't do that last time. Can I take the elevator? What the hell? What?
It's sad, I know, but all stories must come to an end. Of course, they say it's the journey that truly matters and not the destination, and I like that idea. To think we might value the paths we walk as much as the places they lead us. Now, I don't know what sort of story you've ciphered out of that world you've made for yourself.
I don't
but
know.
I hope that being the
There's
leading
something
man
there.
was everything it's cracked up to be. I know it can be a little hard getting around without someone looking over your shoulder, but this is simply the nature of freedom.
Is it though?
Besides, I haven't really gone anywhere. Maybe you don't want a guide, but I think I'll always have a place here at the end of every story. I'll step in and wrap things up with a nice piece of dialogue and a reflection on life that makes sense of whatever path you've chosen to walk.
Okay.
And for now, I'm happy to be the destination instead of the journey,
Okay. I
but
guess.
only for now.
Is that the end? That's cool. I think that's where I'm going to leave it this time. Well, thank you guys for watching. Obviously, same as last time. If you want more, leave me a like and subscribe and comment down below. Tell me you want more or just game suggestions. But without further ado, that's all. And I'll be seeing you guys.